gentlemen, I'm delighted to welcome you all today. My name is Rachit Podar and I'm the co-founder for Ivy Growth Associates. We're deeply committed to building a robust startup ecosystem across the globe. We've invested in close to 100 startups across 15-20 different sectors, right from pre-seed stage to Series A stages. We are today excited to announce that Blink Digital is organizing this event in association with Ivy Growth Associates, Meta, and Google, one of the largest tech giants in the world. We are the session will provide you with practical strategies and cutting edge tools to navigate the international market successfully. I would like to take a moment to now introduce the visionary behind Blink Digital, Mr. Ricky Agarwal. Ricky's passion for excellence and his relentless pursuit for innovation have made him a driving force in the world of digital marketing. His insights and expertise will undoubtedly inspire and enlighten us today. Give a big round of applause for Mr. Ricky Agarwal.
Hi guys. Hello. Hello. I think Rachit मेरा बायोडेटा बनाया था शादी का. So basically इधर कितने लोग को पैसा डॉलर में बनाना है? सिद्धांत is here. Dollar, US dollars, Uncle Sam, all are these keywords. So the whole idea was
We want to take a lot of the brands, Surat especially being the manufacturing hub of India, we want to take them to globals. And the idea is that if you look at, just to give you some perspective, right? So China is a $222 billion business when it comes to drop shipping. So अगर आप चाइना का पूरा ग्रोथ देखोगे, apart from the export business, the entire e-com D2C business is a $222 billion business. India is right now around $2 billion, and this is also like not an actual number, it's just an estimated number. India में मतलब compliance कर करके लोगों को भी नहीं मालूम ये export है, D2C है, FEMA, RBI आधे इसमें घुस जाते हैं. So the whole idea of why we want to do this session is to get people, right folks in the room and help you build something that actually makes you get an invite from Ambani when next time when he's getting married. So I think first of all, I want to invite Sefali. She heads the independent agency charter. She manages us closely with Samir. I think she will just briefly take you through what the opportunity is there, and then yeah.
Thanks, Ricky. Thanks, Rachit. For those of you who live in Surat, wow, what a beautiful city. It's the first time I've come here and it's stolen my heart. I mean, beautiful, gorgeous, and the people are amazing. You all turned up on time, so apologies if we started late, but appreciate your patience and thank you for not screaming at us. Without any further ado, I'll tell you what exactly we at Meta are thinking about and why you should be excited to partner with us. Number one, if you ask anybody in the world today, they all talk about it is India's decade. There's no denying that, right? It is India's decade, and the economy is growing, and the people are striving for more ambition. And one of the biggest things that we can do when we become an ambitious country is look at scaling our prowess across the world. And this is what this event is all about. You all are superstars and experts in your own fields and domains, and the idea is to help you scale to different parts of the world. Today's presentation that Samir will cover with you will talk about the different levers that you can encapsulate in your process to do that. With the team's help, with the founders' help, everyone, we can make sure that this terminates into a good business strategy. Just to give you some numbers, the global e-commerce 2028 cross-border demand is expected to be about 3 trillion. Now, that's how we're looking at this economy, right? And if you think of it in terms of just the growth rate, right? Juniper's research, recent research has talked about the growth rate for export businesses is going to be 2x that of domestic businesses. So 107% compared to 48% of businesses growing in India. So it's just, if we were to look at it strategically, every business that's doing well in India should actually have their vision on what they can do outside of India. And that's what we found out. 93% of business owners are eyeing international expansion as an opportunity in the next 5 years. In fact, sooner, if they have the wherewithals and the resources to do it. So today we are here in front of you to make sure that you have the right resources, the best practices, and how you can leverage our platforms to make sure this is a seamless and smooth journey for you. Meta in its own has a great platform which is AI enabled, gets you the targeting, and gets you the user insights as to what is working in different markets. So I'm sure with the close partnership between you all and our teams, we will definitely succeed and build a couple of billion-dollar businesses. So if I can get some excitement in the room, because I think Surat really rocks, can I get a yes? All right, then. Without any further ado, let's have Samir on the stage, please.
Hi everyone, thank you Shifali. I'm Samir, I'm the agency partner at Meta India and I manage the Rish for Blink Digital. I think I do. Can everyone hear me? I don't think so I need the mic then. Okay. So guys, in the next 25 to 30 minutes, I'm going to talk about what is Meta, how it's empowering people, and the idea about how to take an advertiser from Surat to an exports market. Please keep your questions coming. In case you have a question, you can park it for then now, or you can ask me then and there itself. We are a platform which connects half of the population of the globe. We've got 8 billion people. Half of them, roughly 4 billion people, come on our apps daily. So that's the power of Meta. When I say Meta, we're talking about Facebook, we're talking about Insta, we're talking about WhatsApp, we're talking about multiple other platforms. But they understand. So when you get on a platform like Meta, you're getting to half the population of the globe. That's the power. That's simple power. We believe that every connection is an opportunity. Why do we say so? There are 5 reasons about it. The first one is it's a very powerful platform. As simple as that. So for an average, every user who spends $1 in America, he gets 3x the return. So you spend $1 and आपका 3 रुपए का धंधा आएगा. That's the power of the platform. That's all these numbers are going to be our independent studies, which basically tell you how the platform is doing good for people. The second one is we all say creative is the new targeting. Why? What do we mean with that? See, creative comes from the concept of creators, culture. That's the power of Meta. So all we say is you make the best creative, make the best thumb-stopping reel, and let automation, AI do everything. Don't worry about the part that you have to look about targeting, what customer, what segment, retargeting, all of that, leave that to the AI. You should have the best creative. So imagine you scrolling, people are scrolling reels. It takes fraction of a second for a consumer to think whether he wants to watch that reel or not. You have to make that reel so enticing that the customer stops and doesn't scroll further. So your creative is the only thing you have to focus on. It can be a static, it can be a reel. Practically, which is something which I said, it's why do people come on this platform? Because one of the most engaging platform globally. They just come here to discover new brands. And that's the whole idea of talking to you guys, right? For imagine a brand which is in Surat or India, probably people might not know about it in US. But once they're on the platform, they'll get to know about it. The idea is to discover new brands and engage with them. Okay. In the last 5 years, can anyone take a guess how much investment Meta has done in terms of capex building? Anyone wants to take a guess? Any idea? Any 20 billion, 30 billion, 500 billion, 100 billion? Anyone wants to take a guess? It's actually 100 billion USDs. So what Meta has done in the 5 years is spent 100 billion USD in building capex, which basically means all the system, all the engineering, which talks about how do I make my large language models better, is massively invested by us. And we've got the best open source AI which anyone has seen in the last 20 years. We got some people from the competition platform which might not agree, but we've got the best open AI. So please understand, we're spending massively on it. We believe in this story. And every consumer who spends, every advertiser who spends money on us is experiencing it. So I can take this example, right? I've got people sitting in the first row who experience this firsthand. So every dollar you invest is going to give you a return. And I'll be very honest with you, it's not going to give you a return the first day itself. It's a journey. So partner with us in that journey. This is the power of the Meta, which is mind-boggling for me. This number is actually 4 billion. We've not declared it. That's why it says 3.24. That's the last number declared. But half of the population comes on a platform. 50% of the time spent on Insta is on Reels. So if you don't have Reels in your campaign,
you're missing out everything. I get a question very often. मैं रील्स का कैंपेन करूं, मैं इंस्टा का कैंपेन करूं, मैं फेसबुक का कैंपेन करूं, मैं स्टैटिक करूं, कौन सा कैंपेन करूं? आंसर है सारे. आप डिसाइड नहीं करो ना कि आपका यूजर कहां है. थिंक अबाउट, यू शुड हैव द राइट स्टोरी. लेट द सिस्टम डिसाइड कि उसको यूजर कहां फाइंड करना है आपका. वी गॉट 50% of the content you see on Insta Reels is AI powered. So imagine जो AI power है, if you start advertising in exports or in for that matter on Meta, how much your content can reach different people. Now the new lingo, which is Gen Z, right? Everyone wants to target Gen Z, right? They're the next big people, the kid of the block, I would say. Independent studies say that we reach 82% of Gen Z on a weekly basis. So if you want to reach out to older generations versus Gen Z, we have it all. I'm just trying to give you an idea about what's the power of the platform. And I'm being honest, being a Meta employee, sometimes मुझे भी नहीं पता होता कि ये सब numbers कितने mind boggling हो सकते हैं. But think about it as a very holistic purpose. Simple. We got three big riders. One is Reels. The second one is AI, obviously. And the third one is messaging, right? So you have click to WhatsApp, you have business messaging, and the platform itself, WhatsApp. These are the big three growth drivers for us. Everyone talks about Reels, right? Before we get into exports, I just want you to guys know about it. The three basic golden lines of making a reel are very simple. It has to be 9:16, vertical. Don't make it like this, make it like this. It has to be made with sound on. So it has to have a sound on concept. 97% of the reels are seen with sound on. So imagine, so also understand, when you're watching reels, it's not that you're focused on the phone itself. There's so many distractions, right? Someone's talking to you, you're probably watching a match on the TV, someone's talking. Sound will help you get that attention. So it has to be vertical, it has to be sound on, and it has to be in a safe space. For example, there is a UI, right? If in this example, you can see shop now. If you write a copy behind that page, your copy will never be shown. So the area which is the central area where chances of overlap are less, your copy has to go there. Your brand logo has to go there. So three simple rules: vertical, sound on, and safe space. These are the three golden mantras of making reels. Now I'm going to talk about exports. Why? And Shefali gave us a good segue into exports. So the idea is, what we are saying is the pace at which exports will grow versus domestic market is going to be 107% versus 48. So what we are thinking is by 2028, this is the exports market, which is cross-border, which basically means एक advertiser जो दिल्ली में है, इंडिया में है, वो US बेच रहा है, चाइना वाला US बेच रहा है, US वाला अफ्रीका बेच रहा है. That's called cross-border for us. That is going to become a $3.3 trillion economy. And the pace at which it will be double. So, and also think, and this is a very important fact. A lot of people say, I'm doing great business in India, मेरा अच्छा business चल रहा है. But exports is not done linearly. आप ये नहीं सोच सकते कि मेरा इंडिया में आज अच्छा कर रहा हूँ, मैं और डीप जाऊंगा अपनी मार्केट में, I'll go deeper, I will crack new geographies, और मैं फिर exports करूंगा. Exports is parallel. Business will not be, you don't have to think it as linearly, as parallel. Exports is another line item. It's another revenue stream in your business. Your product will be different. Your product might need a tweak, but that's another unlock of revenue. So don't think कि मेरे को इंडिया पहले क्रैक करना और फिर मैं exports करूंगा. For all you know, and I know brands which have not done so great in India but have done very well in America. And why I keep saying America is a very simple fact. 70% of the business we do, which is if you take America, 70% of exports is covered. आप कोई भी कैटेगरी उठा लो कि आप उसकी मार्केट सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट मार्केट पिक करो, फार्मास्यूटिकल्स, क्लोथ्स, ज्वेलरी, हर्ब, आयुर्वेदा, एनीथिंग, 70% of is covered in US. So अगर आपने US क्रैक कर लिया, you've cracked 70% of the global market. उसमें कनाडा और यूके ऐड कर दो, 80-85% बन जाता है. And these markets behave very similar in nature. So US will behave very similar to a UK, to a Canada. So if you target US and you capture some part of US, you've captured a very big part of exports. Look at these numbers. The first number itself is very exciting. 48% of the people have already purchased in the last 6 months from a cross border. So that means demand to hai, right? people 100 में से 48 people जिनको सर्वे किया था उन्होंने ऑलरेडी क्रॉस बॉर्डर बिजनेस से शॉपिंग कर ली है, तो डिमांड तो है. अब अगली स्लाइड पे आप देखना 93% of the people who are advertisers or exporters are thinking कि मेरे को exports करना है, so supply पे है. For all you know, what basically that means is that even if you're not thinking, maybe your closest competition is thinking about exports. And why do you export, right? It's another line of revenue. You have competitive advantage. You can hedge, right? Indian, for example, pharma industry might get regulated, but then you have other revenues. So you do purely hedging. Plus first mover advantage. आपने पहले गए, आपने market capture की, competition slow है. So you will have an entry barrier for the competition. So so your demand is there, your supply is there. It's now about placing your product. Meta as a platform is across all the 4 paths. So first you start at discovery. आप people feed देख रहे हैं, उसमें discover करते हो, right? So we have a solution for each and every part of the journey, which is discovery. Then you have evaluation. Basically, when you're considering different brands, that is where. Then you have purchase. But purchase में the cycle doesn't end, right? Post purchase. I am a t-shirt brand. मैंने आज किसी को t-shirt बेची, but कल मैं चाहता हूँ वो आके मेरे पास shirt भी खरीदे या मेरे पास socks भी खरीदे. So upsell, cross sell is a post purchase cycle, which is also possible on Meta. So अगर आप एक user journey देखोगे from discovery to post purchase, there are solves available for all. अब the biggest question I keep getting is, okay, ठीक है, I want to do exports. कौन सी country जाऊँ? Yes, by default, again, the answer is US, right? But still, before, and it doesn't mean that for every category it's US. For some categories, Southeast Asia is bigger than US. So what we've done is a very basic framework, which is a market selections category. It's a secondary search. This is just to give an idea for you कि अगर आपने US सोचा है या आपने दुबई सोचा है, is it mathematically and scientifically the right direction? So you understand this. इसके 2 vectors हैं. First is how big is the market, how attractive the market is. And the second one is your ability to win. For example, garments के बहुत अच्छी market है America. America it's a huge market, booming market, children are being born, baby boomers, all of that is happening. And you are a garment exporter. So then you should practically go to US. No. Do you have the ability to win? Is it already, for example, is it already a very, very populated market? If you are a physical product, आपके पास क्या लास्ट माइल लॉजिस्टिक सर्विस है? अगर आपके पास रिटर्न पिक करने की सर्विस ही नहीं है या वेयर हाउसिंग की सर्विस ही नहीं है, तो आप इवन मार्केट बहुत अट्रैक्टिव है तब भी आप उसको नहीं पिक कर पाओगे. सो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड द डिसीजन हैज टू बी मेड ऑन 2 factors. One is the market attractive enough? And the second one is your ability, do you have the ability to win in that market? It's a very simple graph. आपको ability to win versus your market attractiveness plot करना है, weighted average करना है, and then you'll get a chart like this. अगर मैं एक advertiser हूँगा तो मेरे को I would like to be in Australia. Market भी बड़ी है और मैं attractive भी है market और मैं capture भी कर सकता हूँ. But practically something like a Brazil or a Italy is not so attractive, right? Market बड़ी है but ability to win कम हो सकता है. So please understand, and when you're going to exports, local laws, local regulations make a lot of factors. It's a heavy weight. So please understand, if you think that pharma industry is a great industry in US, but there are about 40-50 licenses required to start shipping there, maybe the market is not the most attractive market for you. So understand, is the market right market for you or not? This framework will get you an idea about it. Once you're able to understand this, you'll have to go deeper, but this is basically secondary research. So when we talk about US, you have to build moments, right? अगर आप देखो calendar में, तो October onwards, the moments start, right? So Black Friday, Cyber Monday, everyone knows, right? But Black Friday, Cyber Monday doesn't mean कि आप Black Friday, Cyber Monday से 10 दिन पहले campaign start करो. Campaign has to be started first week of October. You have to build momentum. Because what is selling in April doesn't mean कि वो actually October, November, December में भी बिकेगा. The market dynamics change, virality, trending products change. So your campaign also has to start pacing up and build momentum. So if you want to target the peak of October, November, December, you have to actually start prepping up in September. That's how you build. Now the calendar you see here is for US. The calendar is more or less the same for UK also. But UK में there are different unique nuances. For example, Halloween is extremely big in US, but it's not very big in UK. Its bonfire is very big in UK, which is not even big in America. So जब आप market decide करोगे, you should start picking up the moments to build that market in that area. The nuances of every country will be different. More or less, O&D is sabke liye, it's globally very big, but you have to also understand the nuances of the market. Now, this is an example for US. Every US consumer has 4 different classification of habits. How we've classified is basis 4 segments. We have this for every country, but what we are showing is for US is because of the fact that if you capture US, you capture 70% of the market. So the first point is, how does a user decide about shopping in America from a cross-border business? 54% of the people say that I want to have a large selection of a product. So for example, if you have t-shirts and only showing black and white t-shirts, then probably you're not even the consideration set of that consumer. Because 54% of the people say, I want to see a large selection. 70% of the people say, I want to see a feature, a product, a deal for me. So if you're not running that slash price, then you're not in the consideration set. Also, price is not the only deal people consider. For example, usually अगर आप इंडिया से कुछ US मंगवा रहे हो as a consumer, it stays standard shipping of 14 days, right? Otherwise, you have to do expedite shipping. You have to pay for it. What if you actually do a free shipping on expedite? That's also a way of offer. So your offer can be price, it can be service. It doesn't have to be purely price. If you've tried and tested a product, which is like, for example, gummies. Gummies is a product. You know it is selling. You start doing drop shipping. You understand the product is good. After that, you continue your drop shipping, but you actually stock your stuff in warehouse in US. So the moment you do a stock and sell in US, your shipping time becomes 2 or 3 days. That's where you get the advantage. So please understand, price is not the only factor. You have many other factors to play and entice the consumer. Think about it as a consumer. Don't think it as an exporter. You're scrolling the app. You've seen a product. अब आपको decision लेना है, right? The best decision is 40% of people say कि मैं उसी दिन 24 hours में purchase कर लेता हूँ. अगर आप decision का time लंबा करोगे, तो propensity to purchase will reduce. अगर आप सेम डे में परचेज 40% पीपल से मैं उसी दिन में खरीद लूंगा, आप उसको वीक कर दो, 24% लोग कहते हैं कि मैं 24% लोग वीक में खरीदेंगे. सो आपको योर एड हैज टू बी इंटाइसिंग, इट हैज टू हैव द राइट मैसेज सो दैट आप उस 40% में आओ कि लोग उसी टाइम आपका प्रोडक्ट खरीद लें. अगर आप डिसीजन के लिए लंबा टाइम दोगे, वो टाइम आपका ड्रॉप ऑफ्स बढ़ जाएंगे, पीपल विल शॉप लेस फ्रॉम योर कैटलॉग और योर एड. नाउ as a consumer, I have expectations also, right? So they're across 4 things. First one is personalization. I'm a person who never likes to wear Indian clothes, for example. अगर मेरे को Indian clothes आएगी तो I'll just skip it, right? It's a wastage of pure inventory. So your ad has to be personalized and curated. The second one is your ad has to have the right information. Okay, you've shown the price, you've shown color of the t-shirt, but you've not shown the right size. Size tape conversion nahi hai, size chart nahi hai. So your information is missing. You have to give information in such a manner the consumer is able to shop then and there itself. So second is very important, which is information. The third one is connections. For example, your site doesn't have any reviews. A lot of people say, oh, it can be fishy, right? So testimonials, word of mouth, which is practically very, very important in e-commerce, is very, very important to the platform also. So you need to have validations कि आपका product genuine है, scam नहीं है. And the fourth one is entertainment. Idea of reels is only that you have to subtly give your message while entertaining people. उन्होंने रील देख भी ली, उन्होंने प्रोडक्ट समझ भी लिया, उन्होंने प्रोडक्ट के बारे में पता भी लग गया, उनको कॉल टू एक्शन भी आ गया, बट इन अ वेरी एंटरटेनिंग मैनर. अगर आप बोलोगे ये मेरा प्रोडक्ट है, सिंपल ऐड बनाओगे, लोगो दिखाओगे ब्रांड का, नहीं चलेगा. The idea is to make reels which keep people glued to the platform. So 9 सेकंड की रील में पहले 3 सेकंड आपको हुक है, which we call hook, is to attract people. नेक्स्ट 3 सेकेंड्स में उनको मेंटेन करना है, और लास्ट 3 सेकेंड्स में आपको कॉल टू एक्शन देना है. फॉर एग्जांपल, एरियल की एड है, बहुत अच्छा हुक है, मैंने एड देख ली, कपड़े बड़े साफ कर देता है, फिर क्या मैं इसको क्लिक करके वेबसाइट पे जाके खरीद सकता हूँ? क्या वो सेम डे परचेज है? एंड में व्हाट इज द कॉल टू एक्शन? व्हाट डू यू वांट मी टू सी फ्रॉम द एड? मैंने एड देख ली, मुझे समझ आ गया प्रोडक्ट, बट देयर हैज टू बी अ क्लोजर, राइट? इट कैन बी परचेज, इट कैन बी कम एंड गिव मी लीड्स. बट देयर हैज टू बी अ कॉल टू एक्शन. तो लास्ट 3 सेकंड्स आपको फोकस करना है कि उससे आप चाहते क्या हो, यूजर क्या करे आपके ऐड पे. नाउ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? क्रिएटर्स, इन्फ्लुएंसर्स. If you look at the importance of creators, it's huge in today's ecosystem. So roughly 35% of the people say कि मुझे creator किसे new brands के बारे में पता लगता है. So I think Ricky says this line and I have borrowed this from him. Creator is not a way to do PR. It's a marketing channel. अगर आपने क्रिएटर के साथ एंगेज किया तो उसके टारगेट में 35% ऑफ द पीपल सेंगे उनको आपका ब्रांड के बारे में पता लगेगा. सो डोंट कंसिडर इट एज अ एडिशनल लाइन ऑफ PR. It is the marketing channel. So partnering with creators is very important. And there can be two partnerships. One is आप क्रिएटर को बोलो कंटेंट बना के दे और आप खुद अपनी एड्स चलाओ. या पार्टनरशिप भी कर सकते हो. जो एड होती है ना नितिबा कॉल एंड स्विगी, वो वाला, वो पार्टनरशिप एड है. सो अगर आप कंटेंट ले लोगे और अपनी चैनल से चलाओगे, वो भी एक क्रिएटर का यूज है क्योंकि आपको क्रिएटर से हुक मिला. बट अगर आप वो नितिबा कॉल एंड स्विगी करोगे तो पार्टनरशिप ऐड है. उसमें बेनिफिट ये है कि दोनों की ऑडियंस आप कैप्चर कर सकते हो. सो थिंक अबाउट क्रिएटर्स अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट ऑफ योर कैंपेन. अगेन like I said, reels are very very important. 47 of people said entertainment का source है. But imagine when you start talking about reels and you're talking about products, आपके प्रोडक्ट का इंफॉर्मेशन उनके सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में चला भी गया, उनको पता भी नहीं है. And that's how you build Spont. Like Spont is a concept which 100 साल पहले बना था मार्केटिंग में, which is spontaneous awareness. आपको एक एड को रेगुलर फ्रीक्वेंसी पे हैमर करना है अपने कंज्यूमर पे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक एरियल की एड है, उसको हर हफ्ते 3 बार या 4 बार एक यूजर को दिखानी है, ताकि जब अगले 3 महीने बाद वो रोड पे चल रहा हो और कोई आके उससे पूछे कि टॉप 5 आपके अपने डिटर्जेंट के ब्रांड्स बताइए, तो एरियल का नाम आना चाहिए. That's how you build Spont, which is spontaneous awareness. So keep hammering the message. Your frequency, your hook will matter a lot to build Spont. And that's how you build top of the mind awareness. कि next time किसी को कोई बोले कि यार डिटर्जेंट खरीदना है, वो कहेगा एरियल खरीदना है. That's how you build, right? पानी के साथ बिस्लेरी का बहुत कॉन्सेप्ट हो गया ना. लोग स्टोर पे जाके कहते हैं मुझे बिस्लेरी देना, वो मांग रहे हैं एक्वाफिना, बट वो कह रहे हैं बिस्लेरी देना. That's how you build spontaneous awareness and top of the mind awareness. Social media is obviously, I don't have to say this, is very important as a platform. Again, Meta across all the 4 journeys is very, very important. So if you see the numbers on the screen, at every stage of the journey, you can see Meta performs better than the competition platforms. Now, this is where it is not. The 4th point is seamless experience. And it doesn't talk about Meta. It talks about those 6 important parameters जिसमें consumer आपका decision लेके भी छोड़ देता है. For that matter is, these are the 6 important points which can make or break your consumer journey. Which basically means 21% of the people said कि यार मैं decision लेना था, I wanted to buy this product, but delivery time बहुत ज़्यादा था. 16% of the people said कि मुझे website safe नहीं लगी. So सोचो आपने 100 लोगों को ad दिखाई, उसमें से 20 आ गए, उसमें से आप 20 के 16% तो ऐसे ही चलेगा क्योंकि वेबसाइट सेफ नहीं लगी. So these 6 boxes are very important for you to understand that this is where you can have a competition edge or you can break your journey. So shipping time, messaging, safety of the website, payment gateways, all of this is very important. So these are very important parameters for you to close the journey. I'm going to give you very simple case studies. This is a brand which said कि मुझे multiple campaigns चलानी है, मुझे sales बढ़ानी है. What did they do? Simply focus on the targeting and they used A plus SE, which is the automation part. And you can see that they actually got 32% lower cost per acquisition. So again, focus on the creative, let AI do the targeting, let AI solve the bigger problem for you. Now Huda Beauty, very, very famous brand. Again, they started using Advantage Plus shopping campaigns and they actually got 69% purchase. So इस campaign में 2 benefits हैं. एक, उनकी cost of a new purchase कम हो गई 40% से, और उनकी sale भी बढ़ गई. So it's a double benefit campaign. Again, this brand wanted to go from Australia to US. They used creator really well, right? A local creator helped them get the message right. They actually got benefit in terms of sales and brand lift, which is टोमा और स्पॉन्ट इन अ वे. सो आपकी जब आपने लोकल क्रिएटर के साथ पार्टनरशिप की तो आपका सेल तो बड़ा ही बड़ा, आपकी ब्रांड अवेयरनेस भी बढ़ गई. सो दैट बेसिकली मीन्स इज आज आपने किसी को यूजर को पैसे दे के एक्वायर किया है, बट चांसेस आर कि वो आप पे दोबारा शॉपिंग करेगा क्योंकि आप उसके टॉप ऑफ द माइंड हो. उसका ब्रांड, आपका ब्रांड अवेयरनेस बढ़ गया. अगेन अ ब्रांड विच वांटेड टू गो टू फ्रॉम यूके टू ग्लोबल, इन्होंने क्या किया, 100 कंट्री में ऑपरेट करते हैं, 100 की डिफरेंट वेबसाइट है. अब बंदा कहेगा हाँ यार ऑब्वियसली मिडिल ईस्ट में लैंग्वेज अलग है, इंडिया में लैंग्वेज अलग है, करेंसी यूएस में अलग है, यूके में अलग है. You don't have to create 100 websites. You have to create one website, but use a very efficient localization engine. Localization का engine का क्या काम है? वो ये देखेगा कि कंज्यूमर किस कंट्री से आ रहा है. अगर वो मिडिल ईस्ट से आया तो वो क्रिएटिव रियल टाइम चेंज करके क्रिएटिव मिडिल ईस्ट के कर देगा और प्राइसिंग आपकी AED में कर देगा. अगर वो देखेगा कंज्यूमर इंडिया से आ रहा है तो वो इंडिया के क्रिएटिव्स अपलोड कर देगा, इंडिया के साइज अपलोड कर देगा और प्राइसिंग INR में दिखाएगा. यूके से आएगा तो पाउंड्स में होगा, यूएस से आएगा तो डॉलर में होगा. तो आपको एक वेबसाइट बनानी है. अब अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल से कि कंज्यूमर मार्केट ही डिफरेंट है, जो ट्रेंड्स इंडिया में चल रही हैं वो और यूएस में चल रही हैं. करेक्ट, दैट्स ट्रू. सो आई एम नॉट सेइंग डू इट टुडे. अगर आपका प्रोडक्ट आपको पता है बहुत ज्यादा डिफरेंशिएटेड है, यूएस में अलग प्रोडक्ट ट्रेंड्स हैं, इंडिया में अलग प्रोडक्ट ट्रेंड्स हैं. अगर ट्रेंड्स अलग हैं, साइजेस नहीं है, साइजेस हो सकते हैं हैंडल, बट प्रोडक्ट ही डिफरेंट है, then it's okay to have one or two websites, एक इंडिया की, एक यूके की और यूएस की. बट ये नहीं हो सकता अगर 20 कंट्रीज में कर रहे हो तो आपको 20 कंट्रीज में अलग अलग वेबसाइट बनाओगे, बिकॉज यू विल नॉट गेट द एफिशिएंसी. द आइडिया इज टू मेक मिनिमल नंबर ऑफ वेबसाइट्स बट यूज अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग लोकलाइजेशन इंजन. दैट्स इट. सो अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट वी से इज 2-3 things. Believe in the power of reels, make the best reels, and let AI do everything. Make the best creative and then start pacing up your campaign. Start with a budget. For example, आपको 50, आपको कितना बजट से स्टार्ट करना चाहिए वो आप अपने प्रोडक्ट पे डिपेंड करके बता सकते हो. अगर आपका प्रोडक्ट का कॉस्ट ही है उसके हिसाब से आप उसका देखोगे कि ऑलमोस्ट ऑन एन एवरेज आपका क्या प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी बैठता है. अगर आपका 100 रुपए का प्रोडक्ट है और आप कह रहे हो 33 रुपीज में भी कंज्यूमर आ जाएगा तो 33 रुपीज के हिसाब से आप प्लानिंग करोगे. एंड देन यू कीप चेकिंग एवरी वीक के प्राइस कितना आ रहा है. डोंट डू दिस कि आज मैंने कैंपेन स्टार्ट किया, मेरा एकदम कॉस्ट ऑफ कंज्यूमर 100 रुपए चला गया और मैं कैंपेन पॉज कर दूंगा. बहुत टाइम ये करते हैं लोग. प्लीज डोंट डू इट. लेट द कैंपेन लर्न. आपने कैंपेन को एक नई चीज दे दी है, अब उसको पता नहीं है ना कहां बेचना है. वो एक लर्निंग फेज टर्म है, उसको लर्न करने दीजिए. वो एक it will take its own journey to start coming out of learning phase and that is when you will start seeing better results. बट अगर आप हर रोज कैंपेन को प्राइस कम कर दोगे, बढ़ा दोगे, क्रिएटिव चेंज कर दोगे, वो लर्निंग फेज से कभी बाहर नहीं आ पाएगा. उसको समझ ही नहीं आएगा आप उसका इतने चेंजेस कर रहे हो कि मेरा आप क्रिएटिव बदल दिया, अब आपने मेरी प्राइसिंग स्ट्रैटेजी बदल दी. पहले आप डेली बजट पे चल रहे थे, अब आपने लाइफ टाइम बजट कर दिया. So please understand, campaign needs to take some time, which we call learning phase, to come out of it. Any questions, guys, on exports? That was a long monologue.
So Samirji, you said 48% of the US customer buy from cross border. So when they are buying, do they really know they are buying from cross border, or so they think they are buying locally? Okay.
I'll give you an example. Like a better example is that so in US people are willing to wait. तो अगर आप इंडिया से for example our own brand Imperfecto, our delivery time is 14 days. So people like they are willing to wait, they are willing to try. So it's not like the same thing as US market, but like yeah, they don't know.
अगर हाँ एग्जैक्टली अगर आप मेरे को बोलोगे कि मैं ये प्रोडक्ट $20 का खरीद रहा हूँ और चाइना से आएगा, मेरा परसेप्शन चले जाएगा ना, मेरे को डर लगेगा आएगा नहीं आएगा, स्कैम तो नहीं है. द आइडिया इज को उसको बताना नहीं है कि आप एक दूसरी कंट्री से सेल कर रहे हो. दैट्स व्हाई यू यूज क्रिएटिव्स, रील. सो क्रिएटर आपका लोकल, क्रिएटिव उसी तरह का. अगर आप मिडिल ईस्ट में इंग्लिश के क्रिएटिव दिखाओगे वो समझ जाएगा कि यार ये देखो दिस इज नॉट माई कंट्री का प्रोडक्ट. सो मिडिल ईस्ट में आप मिडिल ईस्ट की लैंग्वेज का क्रिएटिव दिखाओगे, दिरहम में प्राइसिंग दोगे ताकि वो समझे कि हाँ ये तो मेरे कंट्री का प्रोडक्ट है, राइट. इन टर्म्स ऑफ सेफ्टी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से द कस्टमर डजंट गेट टू नो you until unless you wanted the customer to know. If you write say shipped from India.
China has a very bad name when it comes to cross border to US. So, but if you use India as a hook, so अगर आप बोलोगे made in India, all that stuff really works in US because people in US are looking for options outside of China. So you have to just say made in India. You don't need to say that it's delivering from India. So like India as a keyword is a very like it's a trusted source. तो अगर आप made in China बोलोगे ना, people may not end up buying. So lot of the drop shipping business globally is tanking because A, the perception right now in US is not great of China. B, also the quality of the product that they get, right? Like वो इतना अच्छा नहीं होता है. So India is, that's where India has become like a key focus market because Ayurvedic products, all the dietary supplements are now being sourced from India.
So we have to design the website to look and feel.
US. It has to look like US. Any other questions?
There are specific agencies who specialize in this. So practically, I can give you insights about how the creator is in US versus Dubai, but that will not answer your question. There are agencies. What? So I think I missed this part. What Meta is doing is today, आज हम आके आपको ये नहीं बोल रहे कि आप ad चलाओ. हम आपको एंड टू एंड सोल्यूशन दे रहे हैं, विच बेसिकली मीन्स अगर आप एक प्रोडक्ट हो और आपको पता है कि मेरे पास क्रिएटिव बनाना मैं खुद बना सकता हूँ, प्रोडक्ट मेरा खुद का है, पर मुझे क्रिएटर का कनेक्ट नहीं है, मुझे वेयर हाउसिंग का कनेक्ट नहीं है और मुझे शिपिंग का कनेक्ट नहीं है, तो वी विल हेल्प यू कनेक्ट द डॉट्स. वी विल गिविंग यू एन एंड टू एंड सोल्यूशन. अगर आप चाहो तो आप सारा का सारा पिक कर सकते हो कि मैं सिर्फ प्रोडक्ट बना के आपको दे दूंगा, शिपिंग से लेके मार्केटिंग से लेके रिवर्स लॉजिस्टिक्स कोई और करेगा, या मुझे को सिर्फ create localization में help चाहिए. So we'll help you connect with a partner, which is most probably Blink will be able to do that work. But in case Blink is not able to do that, we have partners who specialize in that work.
I'm into services, not good.
Services also, it's services को export से जाना faster है. It's easier because कोई physical आपको वो नहीं करना. I'm assuming you have a non-tangible product, right?
Yes, I'm into outsourcing of accounts and taxes.
Outsourcing of?
Accounts and taxation.
हाँ, तो exactly. So आपका तो work ही digital, right? So it's easier for you to go online and exports as compared to someone who is actually having a physical product because उसको logistics warehousing करना पड़ेगा. So we have localization partners. I think Blink will be able to do a good job in it.
So my question is on the campaigns and the market sides, and my primary market is in India. So will you answer that?
Sorry, क्या कह रहे हैं आप?
My question is about markets and campaigns, and about primary market is my India. I don't want to go in exports. So will you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
मतलब इंडिया तो करना ही है.
Okay, so
इंडिया तो करना ही है. तो इंडिया में कमाओ फिर डॉलर में भी कमाओ.
हाँ वही. So mainly I deal in financial services. तो पहले इंडिया का मार्केट कैप्चर करना, फिर बाहर का करते. तो काफ़ी टाइम से मैं मेटा के एड्स कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन वन कॉमन प्रॉब्लम आई फेस इस कि मैं जब भी एड्स रन करता हूँ तब ड्यू टू जियो अभी काफ़ी इंटरनेट पेनिट्रेशन बढ़ गया, तो काफ़ी ज़्यादा ऑडियंस बिहार, यूपी या फिर ऐसे स्टेट से आती है जहाँ पे एड्स रन तो होती है, लेकिन कस्टमर भी आ रहे हैं, लेकिन उनका जो रिटेंशन है या फिर वो लोग जो अपना एंगेजमेंट दे रहे हैं वो किसी काम का नहीं रहता, क्योंकि दे आर अनरिलेटेड टू द एड्स. तो वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा मतलब कॉमन प्रॉब्लम है, और उसको ऑप्टिमाइज करना भी अभी तक आई डोंट गेट अ सॉल्यूशन, और मैं लास्ट 5 या 6 साल से एड रन कर रहा हूँ. तो
Got it. I'll help you there. I'll speak to you 1:1. I want to understand कि आप क्या प्रोडक्ट बेच रहे हो, कैसे बेच रहे हो. We'll solve this. We'll speak after this.
okay, thank you.
You said only one website is enough across world. So if someone is ordering from UK or UAE, from anywhere, and I'm supplying from India, so how will you help in the shipping? Because either I have to have a warehouse across the world, because someone is ordering some other place, and how we will ship
Okay.
this?
So इसका एक सिंपल आंसर नहीं है, थोड़ा सा लंबा आंसर है. पहले आप एक सेंट्रल हब से शिपिंग करोगे तो कंज्यूमर को 3 या 14 दिन में प्रोडक्ट मिलेगा. जब आपको पता लग गया कि आपका प्रोडक्ट इस कंट्री में बिकता ही है, फॉर एग्जांपल आप दुबई से हो, आपको यूएस में पता लग गया कि यूएस में बिकता ही है, ये प्रोडक्ट बिकता ही है, इतने यूनिट्स तो मेरे निकल जाते हैं. दैट इज व्हेन यू स्टार्ट वेयर हाउसिंग इन अमेरिका, एंड देन people like Blink will be able to help you there. setting up a warehouse, say logistics, say reverse logistics, all of that can be taken care of. हाँ टेस्ट करोगे ना आप, मतलब द आइडिया पहले आप एक कंटेनर भेजने से पहले आप टेस्ट करना चाहोगे, राइट? वो प्रोडक्ट बिकता है नहीं बिकता है। जो आपको पता है आपका स्टेडी स्टेट प्रोडक्ट है कि ये तो मेरा एवरग्रीन प्रोडक्ट है, वो आप कर सकते हो स्टार्ट। बट अगर आप नया प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च करोगे, उसका एमओक्यू इतना ज़्यादा बढ़ाओगे नहीं, राइट? द आइडिया इज यू स्टार्ट स्मॉल, यू अंडरस्टैंड एंड देन यू कैन स्टार्ट। सो एक ब्रांड है जिसका हम यही ब्लिंक के साथ ही कर रहे हैं। अब हम उनको इंडिया से यूएस लेके जा रहे हैं, पर हम उनका शिपिंग नहीं रोक रहे। सो ये नहीं है कि एक महीना जब वो कंटेनर का टाइम होगा तो हम कैंपेन नहीं चलाएंगे, तब उस टाइम में हम इंडिया से ही ड्रॉप शिप कर रहे हैं ताकि 3 से 4 डेज में प्रोडक्ट पहुंच जाए। बट मीनवाइल हम एक कंटेनर उस स्टॉक का यूएस में शिपिंग करवा रहे हैं, ताकि अगली बार एक महीने के बाद जब से कोई यूएस का ऑर्डर आए, नेक्स्ट डे डिलीवरी हो जाए। And then there are multiple platforms who are able to do at a way better cost than probably India to America. So there is a solution for that.
Hi. So I want to ask you particularly about Google versus Meta. So yeah.
Tricky one.
Oh, so what I see, Meta gives us a personalized funnel for a particular user based on their interest and all other thing. But when we are going in a deep, then we are not getting good user which are continuously retain in our platform if we provide some quality services. So sorry to say, but in Meta we get users who are more interested in entertainment and all other thing. So you have any personalized database like for a professional services and all other thing?
First of all, you don't have to be sorry. Feedback is always important. Thank you for that feedback. See, we don't have any database, I'll be honest, but we have interest-based targeting. For example, आप एक यूजर का पर्सोना बना सकते हो कि मेरा यूजर है, मेल है, 24 से 36 की एज में है। ये इनसाइट्स के बेसिस पे आप टारगेटिंग कर सकते हो, और आप उस पर फिर डीप फनल ऑप्टिमाइजेशन करके आप उस पर डीप जा सकते हो, एंड देन यू कैन यूज रीमार्केटिंग। बट हाँ, अगर आप कहोगे कि कोई ऐसा डेटाबेस है जो कि मुझे मिल जाए और मैं उस पर टारगेट कर सकता हूँ, नहीं। देयर आर वेज टू गो अबाउट इट। लोकलाइज ऑडियंसेस, कि आपको पता लग गया मेरा ऑडियंस इसी की तरह है, तो इस तरह के कॉपी ऑडियंसेस आप क्रिएट कर सकते हो, आप इंटरेस्ट बेस्ड टारगेटिंग कर सकते हो। बट हाँ, देयर इज नो डायरेक्ट डेटाबेस यू कैन जस्ट एक्सेस।
वेरी वैलिड क्वेश्चन, एंड हर कोई ये क्वेश्चन इंडिया में भी सोचेगा ना एक्सपोर्ट्स में भी सोचेगा। एंड आई वांट यू टू थिंक ऑफ बोथ द प्लेटफॉर्म्स, दे आर बोथ very strong and good platforms, nothing against each other, but think of it, आप गूगल पे कब सर्च करते हो? जब आपको पता है ब्रांड का नाम। It's an intent based platform. You're searching for it, you already know the brand or you already know what you're trying to buy. Whereas what you think of Meta is a discovery platform. अगर आपका ब्रांड एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करता है, या आपकी प्रोडक्ट कैटेगरी अभी एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं कर रही है यूएस में, you want to try and come into the thing, will an intent based platform work for you? Maybe at the second or third stage, but in the first stage you need to be discovered, and that's where Meta's sort of strength lies. It's a discovery based platform जो कि आप किसी को भी नहीं जानते होगे। यहाँ पे कितने लोग हैं जिसने कभी इंस्टाग्राम में कोई ऐड देख के शॉपिंग की है? मैंने की है काफी बार, lots of them. Why? They may not have even known of that brand. उस ब्रांड को आप लोग पहले कभी जानते थे? Nahi, right? And I'll go and take the mic to everyone. So this is where the power lies, where you get interested, hooked. Let's be very honest. The purchasing power parity in India is also steadily growing, and in the US is much higher. So it can be on the spur of the moment, the purchase is made and the inclination is made. So the path to purchase, the journey is much shorter, and which is why you all should be very, very mindful how you use the two platforms. दूसरी बात, some things that marketers don't understand, and आप लोग business founders हो, आप लोग owners हो, that's why I want you to take this accountability with your agencies या जो भी आपकी marketing campaigns run कर रहा है. But don't look at last click conversion. वो तो intent based platform ले ही जाता है. You have to look at assisted conversions. आज आप meta ads बंद कर दो and then you see your search drop. ऐसा क्यों होता है? Because जो meta की ads है वो eventually आपको assist कर रही है. They are building your funnel, and these are measurement tactics जो हम बहुत deep में भी चाहते हैं. We share with you advanced analytics. ये आप कैसे measure कर सकते हो? But if the two platforms didn't exist, there's a lot of synergy between them. So don't look at last click conversion and आप attribution एक platform को दे रहे हो. I've worked at both of them, and I'm being very categorically clear. They both have their unique strengths.
Thank you. Any other question? Cool. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Ricky.
A good segue, Meta versus Google. तो अभी आपने देखा मेटा क्या बेच रहा है, तो अभी विल इंट्रोड्यूस यू टू गूगल, देन वील डू अ फेस ऑफ, कौन कितना बेटर है. It'll be a half an hour stand-up comedy followed. You may get like a lot of jokes. So I think a lot of the questions that has Meta gave you a great through of how to build your brand, right? I think one question still arises is where is the opportunity? मतलब US में लोग क्या search कर रहे हैं? What are people interested in? I think Harini from Google will now dig deeper into what's working in the US market, what are the most search terms, which categories are working, and I think you guys are like the hub of manufacturing, so you can take cues from what's working and then give us the business.
Thank you, Ricky. Okay, good evening. Sab so rahe hain, jaage hue hain. Good evening. Okay, we are the team from Google. So I'll give a quick introduction. I'm Harini. I have with me Shiv and Shivangi. We are a part of a team in Google. And today we focused our discussion on exports, on the opportunity that exists for each one of you out of India. Domestic still is a very big opportunity for a couple of you who called out. Happy to take those conversations as well. But our focus here is to speak to you more on exports, and we are super happy to be here. Pata hai kyun? I don't know if you all know. India की number 1 state कौन सी exports of good में? गुजरात. आप ऑलरेडी इसमें लीड कर रहे हो, तो आपको हमें इंसाइट्स देने चाहिए, ना ही कि हम आपको दे रहे हैं. बट यू आर इन द नंबर 1 स्टेट ऑफ एक्सपोर्ट कंट्रीब्यूशन टू योर जीडीपी इन इंडिया ऑन गुड्स. So clearly this is the market where growth exists, and this is the right market where you all are. It's amazing to see this crowd. I think she called out beautifully. It's an amazing crowd to see. We do a lot of events in places. We travel a lot to places. हम बहुत घूमते हैं गुजरात में. And the vibe, जब भी हम गुजरात में आते हैं, सूरत हो, अहमदाबाद हो, the vibe we get from businesses here about the growth, the kind of push they have is really, really inspiring. So thank you so much for that. With that, I'll quickly take a segue into what we are covering today. हमारी टीम आज आपसे बात करेगी on how do we actually take out this untapped opportunity that exists. So I'll start off with some broad insights on commerce. There may be some overlap on data because both of us are sharing platform data which are quite similar, but we'll share with you what the big opportunity is, what are the big markets coming up, and then Shiv will deep dive into 2 specific categories which are of most interest, which is apparels and jewelry. And what we're going to share with you are a lot more insights. जैसे इन्होंने बोला था, it's a lot of data that Google has. I think all of you know Google has a lot of data. So that data is what we're bringing to you to show you how powerful that opportunity exists. And then we'll close it with how we can work together and how we can support you in that journey. ये data पहले भी आ चुका है, लेकिन more than 50% shoppers are doing cross border, यानी कि different countries से shop हो रहा है. इसमें अगर आप numbers देखोगे तो US is almost 55, Canada is 60, UK is 52. So there is a lot of cross border shopping. In fact, अगर आप एक recent, and this came to us from some other discussion, so please don't quote me on this, but Indians are also shopping on international D2C websites. So there is a increasing trend of कि मुझे Amazon या marketplace ही नहीं, I am trusting international websites, and the same behavior is existing likewise. So the same behavior globally is coming to D2C brand websites as well. What is what we're seeing? And your audience, अगर आप ये दो category देखेंगे, apparels and jewelry, and if you look at cross-border markets, the data shows in the first 2 charts, if you look at, people who've shopped cross-border is a huge population of your Gen Z and millennial, which is the younger generation, जो basically आपका video generation है, जो reels, shorts, and basically is on a video content, is open to shopping online. This is the huge audience that is doing cross-border shopping. And इसमें, if you look at it, about 60% are okay with shopping directly on D2C. अगर हमें लगता था कि एक्सपोर्ट्स आर हैपनिंग ओनली फ्रॉम अ मार्केट प्लेस, जैसे मैं अमेजोन में जाके शॉप करूँ या मैं कोई चाइनीज अलीबाबा पे जाके शॉप करने कंफर्टेबल हूँ, दैट इज नॉट ट्रू. दे आर एक्चुअली कंफर्टेबल शॉपिंग ऑन डायरेक्ट D2C brands, and that exists across. If you look at the older generation, they are the ones which are still showing very high loyalty towards marketplaces. So if your products are targeting generation which is on the older, maybe you'll still have a huge contribution coming in from marketplaces. But for the younger generation, आपको D2C में रहना भी बहुत ज़रूरी है. And this again, they had covered it, but इंडिया के लिए ऑलमोस्ट 20% ऑफ आर जीडीपी नाउ कम्स फ्रॉम एक्सपोर्ट. और ये नंबर इंपॉर्टेंट क्यों है? अगर आप चाइना का चार्ट देखोगे, you'll see China after COVID has been declining and India has been going up. And somebody made this very good point that there's a lot of advantage available in the market, and there's an advantage available for all of us to pick up, right? And which is why we see a surge in not just traditionally क्या होता था हमारे पास chemicals, petroleum, these are the ones which used to get exported, services, IT, right? But goods is now scaling up from India. Manufacturing is scaling up from India. And these are with startups like yours, which are starting to sell in international markets. It is not the core businesses. It is the newer businesses that are going. So India's fourth largest exporter of digital services. यहाँ पे किसी ने कुछ, I think financial services या IT services tech बोला था. It is a huge market for services. So if you, अगर आप service industry में हो, India naturally is a very core exporter. Goods is something which India is really picking up now the scale. And this is something which got covered, but this is a very, very interesting slide. US, biggest market, सबको पता है. 18% of the global market is US, which is shopping for India merchandise. यानी India से जो export हो रहा है, उसमें से 18% is coming from US. The interesting data to note here is UAE, a very small country, very limited population, लेकिन उसका contribution भी बढ़ रहा है. And the insight here is that the NRIs in US and UAE are almost similar in count. So there is a lot of demand for India products, which is also coming in from Middle East countries, and that's growing quite rapidly. But US, like they rightfully called out, is the chunk of the business growth, and that's where you earn well, and that market continues to grow. So that market is continuing to grow for India products, and यही एक opportunity है जो हम capitalize कर सकते हैं by being in the right time at the right place. So quick quiz to see कौन जागा हुआ है, कौन सो गया है, ठीक है? If anyone can give me what is the most exported product category from India in terms of GMV, and we focus only US. Any options? Sorry, I didn't get. Apparel, garments, okay. Which are the other options? Jewelry, spices, medicine, pharma, okay. Chemicals, can we? Jewelry is number one. 18% of our exports is coming in from jewelry. Chemicals is next. So whoever said chemicals and jewelry gets a top 2 prizes. That's great information. इसके बाद आती है machinery, which is still a core export material. And the fourth is apparel. So of the two categories, which I understand आप सब काफी लोग apparel और jewelry business से है, this is a hub. And now if I zero down on Gujarat, and if I zero down on Surat, textiles and jewelry are your two core hubs sitting out of India in this space. So if you are a domestic player or a manufacturer in these two segments, ये opportunity आपके लिए बिल्कुल open है to target. And they are very good segments to focus. And I think Sameer shared a lot of insights on apparels. We'll also share a lot more. I think this is a very core segment. Timing के हिसाब से भी, I think all of you hear of Black Friday, Thanksgiving, and Shiv will show you some data on the peaks in Q4 and why it is important to start early. But a huge amount of sale will happen in that quarter in US. So if you're targeting that market, the time to start is now. So with this, I hand over to Shiv and we'll take questions. Aapke jo bhi questions hai, we'll take it along the discussion.
All right, thank you, Harini. Good evening, everyone. My name is Shiv Gandhi, and while my surname Gandhi hai, I'm actually not Gujarati, I'm Punjabi. But it's great to be here. I travel to Surat and Ahmedabad very regularly, at least once a month. And every time I come here, meet enterprising businessmen like you, I always feel like, why am I doing a job, right? मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मेरे को आपके साथ बैठना चाहिए, मुझे यहाँ पे धंधा करना चाहिए. But I guess वो risk taking ability मेरे में नहीं है. So today what I will be doing is, जो मेरे slides हैं वो काफ़ी number heavy होंगे, काफ़ी number specific होंगे. But I know you all love numbers, so we'll show you the numbers, right? And I'm sure they'll be very helpful for you. So I'm going to start with these numbers, right? And most of these numbers are actual numbers जो हम लोग को searches दिख रहे हैं Google पे, ठीक है? All of these numbers are internal numbers that we see on Google through our tools, right? So I'll start by showing you this particular number. 30 billion searches in the US, which is the #1 market for apparels, right? Apparels would be clothes, would be jewelry, would be wearables like sunglasses, caps, shoes, socks, everything, right? Now 30 billion as a number मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा समझ नहीं आता है, ठीक है? So to Indianize it for you, 30 billion is like 3000 crores, ठीक है? अब 3000 crores का भी scale मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा समझ नहीं आता, तो if I break it down searches को, ठीक है? Every second in the US there are 1000 searches for the apparel category happening, right? 1000 searches every second in the US for the apparel category, which is a huge number. So as you can see, US, and as Harini pointed out, is the biggest category when it comes to exports for India, for apparel, for jewelry. And as you can see from the searches as well, it is 3x of India, it's 3x of UK, it's more than 3x of Japan, Germany, and every other country. But India को पीछे छोड़ नहीं सकते हैं. India is number 2 when it comes to searches, and it is one of the fastest growing when it comes to searches and search volume in the apparel category. So apparel category जो हम बहुत broadly बात कर रहे हैं, we can broadly divide it into 4 categories. ठीक है? These 4 categories contribute to about 90 to 95% of the searches in the apparel category. Category number 1 is jewelry, where I think a lot of you are currently working and playing in. Category 2 is apparel accessories, which is, like I said, sunglasses, caps, hats, socks, footwear, and then clothing. Again, if you see the global numbers and if you look at the numbers for US, you can see that more than 50% of the queries in the apparel category are actually coming from the clothing category. और अगर हम उसको भी और deep dive करेंगे clothing में, तो we'll see कि women clothing leads this particular category, right? अगर हम global और US के numbers देखेंगे, we can see majorly these categories are growing. Some are growing faster, some are growing slower, except for footwear in the US, जहाँ पे searches are on the decline. All other categories seem to be showing a resilient growth. Now, because we have seen the people who have come here and we've been told that jewelry and textile and apparel is something that we should cover more, so we'll go into the deep dive of these 2 categories particularly, and I'm sure some of these numbers will be very, very helpful for you, right? So अगर आप left पे ये graph देखेंगे, what you can see is that sportswear and fast fashion, ठीक है? If we were to divide the clothing category into fashions, segment them by fashions, sportswear and fast fashion in terms of the total volume of queries is the highest, right? अब sportswear और fashion, fast fashion में कौन सी category, कौन सी companies आती हैं? We've put an index for you. So sportswear में Asics, Nike, Adidas, Puma जैसी companies आएंगी, and fast fashion में Shein, Uniqlo, H&M जैसी companies आ रही हैं, right? So they are the biggest categories in the US currently. But if you look at the growth of the categories, right, what you see is mass fashion categories, outdoor categories, and luxury categories lead the growth when it comes to clothing categories. अब इन categories में कौन से companies और कौन से products आते हैं? Mass fashion would be a Guess, an Aeropostale. Outdoor would be North Face. Accessible luxury would be something like a Ralph Lauren, a Lacoste, and high luxury would be a Prada, Chanel, Dior. Right? So if you are a brand across any of these segments, either you're competing in a category that is very, very big in the US, or you're in a category that is fast growing, right? Except for footwear in the US. ठीक है? अब अगर आप clothes को category wise divide करेंगे, right? And अगर हम वो search volumes भी देखें, and by the way, बार-बार जब हम आपको ये search volumes बता रहे हैं, you should know that that is a surrogate to the actually demand of that particular country. Right? क्योंकि that is the closest surrogate. जितने लोग उसके बारे में search कर रहे हैं, उतना interest है. Probably those are the number of purchases that are happening in that particular category. Right? So if you look at the ऊपर का lines पढ़ लो, शायद आपको नीचे के graphs नहीं दिख रहे होंगे, but shirts, tops, and blouses contribute to 20% of the total searches of clothing. Like I said, women dresses contribute a big amount of searches, which is approximately 18.7%. Pants, jeans, and trousers is about 14.6%. And very surprisingly, something that we don't see a lot in India is basically costumes and costume rental, which is huge in the US. And this particular category spikes a lot during Halloween and Thanksgiving, right? और हम आपको spikes कब आते हैं, कैसे आते हैं, हम आपको वो भी समझाएंगे. But if you look at the breakup here, it's 20% for shirts, tops, and blouses, and goes up to pullover, sweaters, and cardigans, which is about 2.9%, right? Now, we've spoken about clothes in detail. ठीक है? Thought we'll quickly also, because we are in Gujarat, we are in Surat, we should cover the jewelry category as well, right? So one category that we have seen growing very very fast in diamonds is basically lab grown diamonds. तो अगर आप आज की डेट में देखेंगे in 2024, अगर total 100 searches हो रही हैं diamonds की, 10 of those searches are happening for lab grown diamonds. यही जब आप 3 साल बाद डेटा देखेंगे, and a projection that we see is ये 10 will become 20. So we expect that in the next 3 years, the lab grown diamond is going to increase by 100%. It's going to be double of what it is currently. And if you look at the search, if you look at the query growth, right, what you see is that every year we are seeing almost a 50% growth in the lab grown diamond ka queries. A second insight that is very interesting is हम जब इंडिया में यहाँ बैठते हैं, we feel like bridal jewelry is the biggest category, right? मतलब अगर हम jewelry के players हैं, हमें इंडिया में लगता है कि bridal jewelry is the biggest category, और यही शायद same seasonality, यही शायद same trend हमें बाहर दिखेगा, but that is not true. If you were to look at the data for India, more than 70% of the searches for jewelry are coming from bridal, which is something that we all expect. But अगर आप यही numbers को कोई और country में देखोगे, for example in the US, you will see that engagement rings, which is much smaller for India, is actually 15 times bigger than bridal jewelry in a country like US. And if you can see the graphs, you can see कि India को छोड़ के बाकी हर जगह bridal jewelry is actually lower, right? So these are very, very important insights that we have, and we work with Blink Digital to share with you, so that whenever you have a country specific plan going forward, we give you with Blink Digital the actual insights on how you should expand, which category you should expand in, which metal you should expand in, which particular belt of say US you should expand in, right? These are the sort of insights that we would be sharing with you. And again, like I said, हर country का जो market है, जो trends है, they are very different from say in India, right? So in the US, right, and this is specifically for the US market, the second half, while India may be seasonality of festive season begins in the second half, लेकिन two very big events in the second half for US which really spike up the sales for online players. One is Thanksgiving and the second is Christmas. तो अगर आप last 3 साल का data देखेंगे, you can see there's a huge spike that starts from the months of September and goes on till December. Again, you can see that in 2022 and 2023. So sitting today, if you are someone who's looking to enter in the market of say US, this would be a very good time to put in the research, identify where you want to expand, because the next 3 to 4 months are going to be extremely, extremely lucrative for you as a brand. And with that, I hand over to Shivangi.
Thank you. Great. I think we all have seen all the data and numbers. And I think now the question comes to how we can do this and what would be some of the challenges that we face in this process. So I think we have seen so far that, we have seen multiple stats on why we should be doing exports, why we should be going global. But we'll recall those benefits that we have just learned so far. So of course, there is opportunity for business expansion. You will be able to reach a newer audiences, and this is not just a new reach, but these are also high value customers. And the last part of this benefit is that you will be mitigating a lot of business risk. In case your category drops in the country, you can fall back on exports. I think we have seen all the good sides of why you should be doing exports, but we should also address that what would be some of the challenges that you will be facing, which Google and Blink Digital together can, help you sail through. So I think if we see the stats, 60% of exporters say that they lack access to relevant market information, which basically means they don't know which market they have to go into. They don't know what segment they have to go into. They do not know what seasonality they should be entering into. And 83% of exporters say that they lack knowledge on how to overcome these operational hurdles. Like Sir pointed out earlier, on when they should start the shipping, how they should expand, when they should open more warehouses internationally. So these are some of the challenges which not just him, everybody who's going into exports would be facing. So Blink Digital and Google together will work in solving those hurdles with for you. uh, Once you are entering a market, this is the trajectory that we have seen for most of the exporters that they go through. So this is like a very, very classic example where, once you're entering a market, you will see that, your non-brand CPC are very high. You have a, lower share of voice, you have lower click-through rates, and you have very higher investments. Some people, start the exports in this first section and drop it right there because they're not able to see a benefit coming out of it. But it's just a time sustenance that we have to do in this stage. Once we cross this stage, we will come to a point where you will have more brand value. Your investment will go in terms of your CPC, and your CTRs will increase. So a lot of people drop in this section, and that is what we wanted to call out here today, that be persistent. With the help of Blink Digital, with the help of insights from Google, we will be able to optimize for it, bring this down, and make you in a better position. So I'll just call out on, what Google and Blink Digital partnership can do for you. So anyone here knows about any tools that they have used to identify export markets so far? Any tools you have used in terms of identify what market you should be going to, what product you should be going to? Any tool, online search you have done so far? Great. Any other tool anyone has reference to which is available to everybody externally? Likes of market share, likes of your statistics. So yeah, these are some of the tools that are available externally, but they are not your end resource for knowing everything about exports, but they're a good start to have. But working together with Google and Blink Digital, what we can bring to you is, we can help you with opportunity identification. We can help you with market assessments. We can make your go-to-market strategies cover for your operational obstacles, and we will provide you with the international excellence. So why Blink Digital and Google together can help you with, though we have resources that are available to use externally, but Google has a lot of data, and Blink Digital being one of our recognized international growth partners, they also have access to those details and insights with our partnership. So once we are working together, we will be able to unlock all of these things for your export businesses. Now coming to who we are, I know we are from Google, but we would just want to tell a little more about which team we are coming from, because I think you might have met many people from Google before, but we'll just let you know which team we are part of. So we're part of the new business sales team, and we are here today, sharing more insights on what is the ecosystem that we can use for export clients. And we are not just restricted to just the exports, we can help you with your domestic business also. But together with Blink Digital, we can, kind of build that digital strategy. We can be your first step towards digital, and we will be able to give you a lot of exclusive and internal insights across the exports ecosystem in terms of how you can strategize and how we can do it, because we have the best in class 8 properties, which you can see: search, Chrome, Play Store, YouTube, Mail, Maps, Android, which has more than 1 billion users that are using these products across. So together, I think we have that potential to unlock a lot for your export business. And coming to Google Ads specifically, these are some of the campaigns that you can run to, kind of support your export businesses, starting with the search campaigns, shopping campaigns, which are also known as Performance Max now. We have display campaigns and video campaigns, which is the YouTube full video and shorts. in terms of some of the solutions that we have pitched to other clients, and how we can enable use these products that we just learned about. So we can leverage the automation that is available on Google search. So these are more into insights of how we can kind of cover the campaigns that we are running. So we can use the Google search automation, which is also AI backed. We have pairing with Performance Max, which basically means we can do the incremental customer acquisition and generate demand, which is our discovery tool, where you can kind of be the brand who are discovered by our shorts, by our discovery platforms. These are some of the ads example that I will just walk you through. So the first one that you see is the organic listing of your products. The second is the shopping ads, or the PMAX campaigns that we now call it as. And the last one that you see is the YouTube skippable, non-skippable ads. So what's in this partnership for you? You will be getting direct support from Google and Blink Digital partnership. You will be able to kind of get customized campaign reports on how your campaigns are running, how we can optimize it, what is not working, what is working, how we can expand that. You will be able to get a lot of strategic and competitive industry analysis. You will be able to do the right measurement, the inputs that you have put in your campaigns, what are the returns that you're getting. You'll get the tag implementation support, which is done in your websites to track the right measurement for you. You will be able to build and launch campaigns with us. We will be providing you with end-to-end, high touch point support through our team. And we will be able to access to exclusive events and beta products, events like where we are today. I'll also walk you through one of the case studies for one of the brands from China. The brand is called Light in the Box, and they are a global online retailer. They were able to drive their sales up by 177% with smart shopping campaigns, which are now called as PMax. If you see this creative here, this is something that they used for Thanksgiving, Black Friday. They also used, some of our tools which are AI enabled to kind of, enhance their creatives, and they were also able to, drive traffic by synergizing multiple product that we have on offer. And with this, I will open the floor for any questions that you might have, and you can scan this code and leave your questions and details so that we can get back to you. I will also be there available tomorrow as well in case you want a one-on-one session with us. Any questions? Oh, you all Googled it. But honestly, any questions with regards to how you can expand your business via exports, how you can leverage Google products, any questions that you have on Google campaigns that you want to understand from us, would love to answer. Yes, please.
So my question is still on the domestic market, and question is the same from the Meta ads. So often what problem I faced on Google is के campaigns तो run कर दिए, लेकिन फिर जो traffic आता है या फिर जो audience आते हैं, वो most of the paid audience होती है, जो already कहीं ना कहीं पर से वो लोग traffic को paid up ला रहे होते हैं. जैसे आपने अगर कैंपेन सुने हो जहाँ पे आपने कैंपेन्स तो रन कर दिए, लेकिन काफ़ी वेबसाइट ऐसी होती है जो ऐसे बोलते हैं कि आप जाके एड्स पे क्लिक करो और फिर उधर से पैसे आएंगे आपको, तो दे गिव सम कमीशन फ्रॉम देयर परसेंटेज. सो वो एक बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम अभी भी फेस करता हूँ मैं. तो इज देयर एनी वे टू ऑप्टिमाइज इट?
No, thank you for the feedback. It's actually the first time I'm hearing it. तो मैं आपसे one-to-one connect करूँगी to look at your campaigns to see what is it that your targeting can be sharper at. Because even to Meta, I think, like you're saying, that you're getting audiences from markets which are not engaging enough with you. It also depends on what your conversion action is set up as. So if your conversion action is just clicking on your website, that may not take care of the quality bit that you're looking at. But if your conversion action is an action on your website, जैसे कि आप कोई purchase कर रहे हो या कोई lead form भर रहे हो या फिर कोई action ले रहे हो, then you're able to optimize quality better. Again, it has to also link back to your CRM. So lead form quality also in Google, if you're able to link it back to your CRM, then the CRM throws data to the machine saying these are the kind of people who are making an action on your website which is quality and thereby get more people like that. In the absence of that, you do end up getting, it takes time in machine learning to kind of get the right people. So let's connect once. आपका एक बार campaign भी देखना पड़ेगा, समझना पड़ेगा, because it's a very particular problem.
ओके, सो मतलब क्या रहता है कि इम्प्रेशंस तो आते हैं, लेकिन काफ़ी वेबसाइट्स ऐसा करती है कि आप 15 सेकंड ऐड देख लो और उधर से हम लोग आपको एक कट दे देंगे आपने जो भी ऐड देखा उसका, तो मोस्ट ऑफ द इम्प्रेशन उधर से आ रहे होते हैं. तो एज अ बूटस्ट्रैप स्टार्टअप, मेरा स्टार्टअप है और आई एम बूटस्ट्रैप एंड मैं पैसे ज़्यादा डाल नहीं सकता, तो इवन इफ आई 5 to 10 lakhs
You click this campaign?
आई हैड रन मल्टीपल कैंपेन्स फ्रॉम क्लिक भी किया, फिर इम्प्रेशंस पे भी टारगेट करके किया और फिर वो एक्शनेबल क्लिकेबल्स भी किए, तो मतलब ट्राई करके देखा है. बट मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम क्या होता है कि इम्प्रेशंस या क्लिक्स ऐसे जगह पर से आ रहा है जहाँ पे वो ऑप्टिमाइज ही नहीं है और उधर से कोई मतलब निकलता नहीं है जो इन्वेस्टमेंट डाली होती है.
Maybe we can help you separately. We need to go through your AdWords account. एक बार देखना पड़ेगा. What is it that we can help you identify as a challenge there?
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, all good?
I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah. Sid mentioned that footwear is not tracking in America.
Yeah.
What are the reasons?
I'll have to check and get back to you for sure. But these are the numbers that we see. But I'll probably check and get back. So it's degrowing by about 3% is what the numbers were in terms of search. Not sure why, but those are the numbers. But for sure. Oh, okay. Sure. We'll do.
Any other questions, guys? Lab grown diamonds, apparels. Average ticket size of a lab grown diamond brand in US is around $1,500. So in a sense, that's where the big opportunity lies, and people in US are actually searching for it. And before I get into my deck, the insight in the US market is that a bridal ring is the most important thing that they buy. And it's all a proposal based system, right? So 30 to 40% is a returnable item. So there is a business model where you go, they go to a shop and say, अगर मेरी wife to be whatever ने reject कर दिया, तो you also need to accept it back. So when you are building a D2C brand, it's very important that you build for that business. So for example, like return में कितना charge करोगे, किसी ने अगर proposal ने no कर दिया, so all that stuff is very important.
They are buying gold instead of silver diamonds.
Huh?
So they are buying gold rings with silver diamonds.
CV diamonds. And also, so उधर क्या होता है कि आप एक दुकान में जाओगे ना, तो you can strike a deal. अगर किसी ने मना कर दिया, तो return करने में, so when you that's where you build the D2C business, where you have easy return and you say, okay, return in 5 days, this fee, return in 20 days, this fee. So you can actually charge. In US, you can charge for anything. Like you can charge for standard delivery. They say, we are charging $10 for standard delivery. We are charging $25 for expedited delivery. And people are willing to pay. Yeah, diamond, generally that's how it is. I think the number of times Google mentioned bling, I was calculating my return on spends. I think I made my money. So this is my 30 minutes of stand-up comedy where I try to sell bling. No, jokes apart. I think you guys have heard what Meta brings to the table, what Google brings to the table, and a lot of questions arises, right? मतलब इतना easy तो नहीं होगा ये brand चालू करने में. So first I'll just explain you who we are. Our belief is that after this session, all of you will be invited for the Ambani wedding because you guys will make so much money. Jokes apart, our belief is that we want you guys to unlock the full potential of the internet. When I say internet, I mean borderless internet, right? So US में कुछ बनाना है, India में बनाना है, Dubai में बनाना है, anywhere. The power of internet is that there's no boundaries. So that's what we believe in. So we started in 2009. We were the first ones to do AR, VR in India. I was the first one to buy a Kinect in India, Microsoft Kinect, and hack that Kinect to build like a thing for Vodafone, which I never got paid for. But yeah, that was my story. And then social media, where I think Meta, Google, all that stuff. And now we are into metaverse, NFTs, and all that stuff also. So this is basically what we do. So we work primarily across the world. We have around 700 plus brands delivering around $200 million of ad spends. $200 million is around 1700 crores. 1700 crore, I can't even pronounce it in Hindi, so it's that big. Average ROS is 5x, and a lot of it is driven in US. $2 billion revenue generated. So this is where our spends lies. US is where we primarily focus in because we want to make money in dollars. I hope you are listening. डॉलर में पैसा बनाएंगे तो $1 million बनाएंगे. INR पे टैक्स पे करोगे, GST पे करोगे, बच के कुछ नहीं आएगा. So I think Google and Meta is there. I couldn't call the TikTok team from Indonesia, but if you guys want to do a call with them, TikTok is also pretty big on discovery, especially TikTok Shop and the incentives that they run. I can't say much, but it's like it's really good. What do we do? First is we create. So when you want to, so what you want, right? You want a company created in US. That is what we do. You want a bank account in US. That is what we do. You want an EIN number in US. That is what we do. You want an ITN number, which is a personal tax number. That is what we do. So in a sense, for you to exist in US, you just have to come to us. We'll help you set up everything. We'll give you a credit card, debit card, all that stuff that's needed. In terms of experiences, we build digital experiences using Shopify. I think one question was, how do we customize it for the US market? That's what we do because we have clients doing it. We also, I think you guys have heard of Play Global, and I think Panacle or something, which is primarily a collection agency. So we ourselves have a collection agency which we don't charge. So there's no like a percentage, and also it's pretty compliant. We've like spent, I think I've spent last 3 months in making sure that we follow FEMA, RBI, Narendra Modi, all that stuff, so that we don't go to jail. Third is we create content for international market. There are a few examples, very few, but we do create content. I think content is where it's at least what I believe is, अगर आपने creative write कर दिया ना, आप कुछ भी बेच सकते हो. And I have seen this. Like I tell that to Samir. I tell him, like in one meeting, he said, can we sell this? I'm like, creative bana to big jayega. I think you'll agree, right? So I think the fact is that creative is where it's at. Running ads and driving sales. So making sure your campaigns are optimized, making sure I pick up the call if it's not optimized. So that's what we do. I think I just explained all that stuff. Have you guys heard of Facebook Shop? आप इंडिया में रह के कभी आपने देखा Facebook Shop? So 70% of the e-com business in US comes on Facebook Shop. So when you're building Shopify, it's very important that you build Facebook Shop. You build for, and what are the requirements for Facebook Shop is to have an age page. So if you basically use a completely new page, it will never go out of review. So मतलब 3 से 6 महीना लगता है. So it's very important that if you have an India Facebook page, use the same page because it'll give you access to Facebook Shop. 80% of the business comes from Facebook Shop, not from Shopify. So Facebook Shop is natively integrated across. So it's very important that all these tools, which a lot of people will not have insights on, you get that set up on day one so that when you run an e-com business, well, it delivers the ROS. TikTok Shop, I don't know how much I can talk about TikTok Shop. So I think TikTok Shop is brilliant. It's native. They do everything. So they will give you warehousing. They'll do your logistics, and they'll also give you coupons. So for example, they incentivize the advertiser and they incentivize the user. So advertiser ko, right now I don't know what the scheme is specifically, but when they launched, for every $100 spend, used to get $40 as credit. That means 60 रुपए खर्च करने का. For consumer, every product that they bought, they were given a 30% off. And they have literally like revolutionized the e-com business in US. So it's very important that you build for TikTok Shop. And what does it need? It needs a warehouse in US. You can't drop, like Facebook Shop and all, you can drop ship from India. But आप अगर टिकटॉक में करना है तो आपको वेयर हाउसिंग यूएस में चाहिए बिकॉज दे हैव SLAs टू बी फॉलोड एंड दैट्स very important to stick to. So this is basically how what I call is the structure of how your payment or how it will work. So there is Shopify, there's Facebook Shop. These are different channels. So when I say Facebook Shop is a different channel, don't consider it as a Shopify plugin. So मतलब आपको उधर you'll get the same kind of insights, you'll get consumer feedback, reviews, all that stuff. TikTok Shop, and then there are like third party Amazon, Etsy, Walmart. Now it's very important that aap compliant raho. So for example, there is a concept of when you're using like a collection agency like Blink or whoever you guys want to use, it's very important that you follow the FEMA guidelines, you follow the RBI guidelines. I'll speak a lot, I think in the next slide or something, where I'll tell you what are the compliance challenges that you will face. And I think somebody asked like dropship kare, warehouse kare. I believe for you to test the market, dropship from India. And once you know, look, there is that 14-day window which we call the Black Friday day. 14-day window, the amount of sales that happen in US is equivalent to the whole years of e-com business. So when you're planning for US, you're planning for Black Friday. Like a Black Friday sale is what you are planning for. So आप जो भी टेस्टिंग करना है, लॉन्च करना है, फेसबुक शॉप बनाना है, कस्टमर फीडबैक लेना है, आपको अभी करना है. November say December is the time where in 14 days you'll make the same amount of money that you made in the entire year. So basically what I say is right now test with dropship, and then finally when the Black Friday days are coming, you make sure that you have inventory in US so that you can do returns, you can do a lot of other stuff. So basically I think that's what I was getting into. So why do we need a payment gateway? Now, I think there are a lot of Indian payment gateways that people use. I think most of them are non-compliant. I think you will not get an FIRC copy. I don't know how many people are from CA background. आप इंडिया में मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहे हो, आपको GST पे करना पड़ेगा. For example, when you get money, when you get a source material from a vendor, I know a lot of people also do cash business, but I'm not talking. So the point is उसमें GST पे ना वो GST input लाने के लिए आपको GST department को एक FIRC copy देना पड़ता है. Those are very important things to consider because वो अगर आपके पास FIRC copy नहीं होगा, आपको input credit नहीं मिलेगा. So that means that money is as good as gone. That means your 18% of money on manufacturing is gone. You will never get that money back. So it's very important that bill to ship to happens on every bill when you're drop shipping. When I say bill to bill, drop shipping is you are shipping it directly to the customer, bill to a US company. And why it's important is two things. One is what I said is the whole concept of FIRC copy. The second is that you want to spend in dollars. अगर आप INR अकाउंट यूज करके मतलब इंडियन रुपीस अकाउंट से स्पेंड कर रहे हो तो आप 18% गवर्नमेंट को पे कर रहे हो. So it's important that you spend in dollars because you'll save that 18%. Now why and how will you save it is you undervalue your product when you're shipping it out. So for example, अगर आपका product $80 का है, now you have to, so for example, CPA on Facebook, Google is $40. That means that $40, look, either you can pay it from India to an Indian company like us in INR, but $40 plus 18% पे करोगे, फिर आप गवर्नमेंट के पास दौड़ोगे GST input लाने के लिए, right? What I suggest is when you ship it out, you undervalue the product. So for example, अगर आपका product ने बेचा $80 पे, you value it at $30. So आपका जो collection agency है, उसके पास $50 बचता है, जो आप advertising के लिए use कर सकते हो. So you are not getting that money back to India. So these are smaller hacks which are very important to run your US or any international business. क्योंकि इंडिया में एक बार पैसा आ गया, sending money outside India will have a levy. So it's very, very important that you get the right setup or else you will falter. फिर क्या होगा, आप मतलब GST department दौड़ोगे, आपको input credit नहीं मिलेगा. There'll be a lot of complications that we've gone to. I think also what we do is US sales tax compliance. There is a guy who came who also does this here. I don't know whether he's here. Yeah. So basically, I think in US, I think how India has GST, हम तो 1 रुपए में GST चार्ज करेंगे. At least US is not like that. It'll make you a millionaire before the tax department comes to you. So there is something what we call is nexus. So every state has nexus. So for example, in California, you will be only applied sales tax once you do $500,000 of business. So for example, in Florida, you will be only be applied sales tax if you do 100K of business. So when you're drop shipping, you don't have to worry about all this. But when you want to scale, all this will come. When you want to become a $10 million business, which is not like very difficult in US, all this is very important. And I think getting that, setting it up, making sure that you are compliant, all that stuff we can do. I think payment gateway, why I stress on payment gateway is because I think if you're using Shopify, ShopPay is brilliant. So it's natively integrated. Like they accept like 100% of payment cards in US. Plus you can also have no chargebacks. I don't know how many people understand chargebacks. So chargeback is a concept in US. There are companies in Pakistan who do chargebacks. It's actually a thing. Basically क्या होता है US में ना आप कार्ड कंपनी को बोलो कॉल करो बोलो कि ये स्पेंड फ्रॉडुलेंट है चार्ज बैक कर दो. So it's so rampant that companies in Pakistan have made businesses out of it. So they will go to Shopify, they will order the product, the order will be shipped, you will get the product, and then they will come back and say it's fraudulent. That means they have the product plus they have, and what they'll do is they'll take that product and sell it in Amazon. You understand? So it's very important that you understand this concept before getting into US. Chargebacks are like a critical part. And I think when you use ShopPay, they take care of most of it. It's also important that if there are warnings on Shopify, you communicate that with the customer saying that, okay, are you genuine? Have you ordered this product? All that stuff to avoid chargebacks. And white labeling, if you don't want to take any risk, like अगर लैब ग्रोन डायमंड्स है आपको रिस्क नहीं लेना है हम खुद लेके जाएंगे आप हमको सिर्फ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कॉस्ट में वो प्रोडक्ट बना के दो हम अपना ब्रांड बना के लॉन्च करेंगे लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल वी हैव लॉन्च्ड आई थिंक 2 brands now we are launching like few more brands in the pipeline so अगर आपको डॉलर में नहीं बनाना है so please INR पे बेचो मैं डॉलर पे बनाता हूँ these are some of the brands I think some are like Inanscent is a perfume brand. They've done around $40 million of business. There's a Craftoria brand which is basically like a frames brand in US. They spend around close to $1 million with us every month. So there is like massive potential, and and other brands are like all the insurance lead gen brands. So if you guys are an affiliate wanting to get into lead gen, trust me, there's so much money in US. Like there are 22-year-olds who've made like $1 million in affiliate business. I think you run campaigns. That's another business that's massive. So now coming to content, I think Sameer spoke about why content is important. According to me, content is the most critical part in anything that you do. I think Siddhant is a great example. He's built a brand around content, especially Nanaji's content. I think today building a brand is about cracking the creative, not the product, right? Building, for example, product comes second. Once you reach out to a guy with the right content he orders, then the brand gets built by the experience of the product. But it's very important that you get his attention. मतलब अभी भी आप देखो कितने लोग फोन पे स्क्रॉल कर रहे हैं राइट सो द होल आइडिया इज दैट मतलब इतना भी बोरिंग नहीं हो so but whole idea is that you crack the right content and it's very important that you customize those content for the markets. I'll show you some examples. So this is one on the left which is a health insurance brand that we did. Can you hear the audio?
So anyway, the government is giving out $6,400 in taxes for health insurance and medical costs and prescriptions. Both plans, people qualify for a standard card that can be used to cover your groceries, gas, and everything. All you gotta do is click on the link, answer a few questions, and go out on the back. This app helps me with big Get on it before y'all don't.
Okay. This is an insurance. This one is more like relevant to the category, which is e-com, which is a Fairmont brand. So this is a good example of how they use UGC to create a perfume brand.
Yes. Yeah. So good.
So like how like it looks genuine, right? Like in a car. मतलब इतना setup नहीं चाहिए, but I think the way they are like buy one get one free, all that stuff he's added, and he's added the UR. He's done $40 million of business. He's a 21-year-old guy flying private jet. Like that's right now he's selling Silajit. So anyone who's making Silajit, guys, मतलब अभी खुद का चार्टर प्लेन भी ले लेगा शिलाजीत बेच बेच के आपसे खरीद रहा है. So what we the third thing is what we do is we fulfill. I think the first one is drop shipping model, which I say you need to test it. कुछ मत करो, यूएस का वेबसाइट बनाओ. मतलब कुछ मत करो ना, हमको धंधा दो पहले. बेसिकली वेबसाइट बनाओ, फिर पेमेंट गेटवे डालो, फिर आप इधर से ही ड्रॉप शिप करो. 3-day डिलीवरी, 7 day, 15 days में डिलीवर हो जाता है स्टैंडर्ड में, और एक्सपेडाइटेड में 3 days हो जाता है. And that's the investment that you make in the business, right? So for example, like there is an Ahmedabad brand called Socks Carving. They just started, तो उन लोगों ने drop ship किया, and now they believe that it will work, and now they want to scale it. So testing में थोड़ा पैसा लगेगा, but once you see proof to the pudding, then there is a lot of money to be made. So this is what I recommend when you want to start. Second is we fulfill. I think a lot of people are not aware that Amazon has 6 months of free warehousing in US. This is not just for their own fulfillment, it's also for your own D2C brand. So you can use that. Also, if you want to explore after the 6 months, where do you want to store your inventory, right? Because Amazon can be expensive. So we can give you multiple options. Also, if you guys are already on Amazon, you want to negotiate prices, you want to make sure that you get refunds for unaccounted count of inventory, you want to get refunds for damaged goods, I have a partner who can do that. So who can literally save 20% of your money that you pay to Amazon. So anyone who's selling in Amazon US needs all those plugs. We have that. They will charge a certain fee of your recovery, but like US is a very evolved market. So उधर आपको दौड़ना नहीं पड़ता. हर चीज का एक solution है, right? जैसे as an owner, you don't have to call, because like every dollar saved is a lot of money, right? So, and what happens is, because there is, like, I'll give you a classic example. When you offload anything on Amazon warehouse, they don't count the quantity of the products, they count the weight. So for example, आपने 20 किलो का माल भेजा, उधर 20 किलो का माल पहुंचा, वो उतना ही देखते हैं. उसमें क्या होता है ना, sometimes few products are missing, especially if there are like lighter products, right? That means the product have gone missing from the warehouse. You can actually charge Amazon back. A lot of people are not aware. For example, a product has reached in not a good shape to a consumer, right? So there are companies built to get money out of Amazon. And also there is a third party company. If you are delivering from FedEx and all, they can get you the best rate. So all the like optimization and all that stuff. And I think what we do is we fund, I don't know how many people are interested in that. So we've basically funded, so we've also funded a movie called Girls Will Be Girls. So anyone who's looking to invest in movies, do reach out. If you are looking to get access to celebrities, influencers, all that stuff, we have great access to. We have some investment. So Imperfecto is a brand that we took to US. Urban Scissors, we just got them funded. So now they're building the manufacturing capability. We'll take them to US. Brown Living is an organic brand that we'll be launching in US in the next week. The whole idea is that to take brands who are cash positive and make them scale. So that's the whole idea. That's it. Ready to make money. I know he wants to make money in INR, but I feel making money in dollars is far more enjoyable. At least I'm enjoying it far more than you guys, but yeah, that's what I believe. Any questions that you guys have, or you guys are too hungry for food, so we can break for that also. If you guys have any question, let me know. Any questions?
We are in the jewelry business, but not the lab grown ones. We are in the natural ones. Actually, our main problem with the working in the US is like we are dealing in the solitaires and all, and the storage, the safeguard, and all are major concern for us. So you guys promoting the drop shipping and the warehousing as well, but for us, warehousing is like you guys have a secured warehousing, like you can store jewelries and all.
Like 3 partners, you guys can choose. So let's, if you want a specialized jewelry kind of warehouse, we can give you that. So in US, we have warehousing is also specialized. So for example, you will get a warehousing company who specializes in footwear. You will get a company who specializes in jewelry. So I can get you a guy who specializes in jewelry. So all the problems that you have, it'll get solved. So the whole idea is that US में ऐसा general warehousing नहीं होता है, specialized warehousing होता है. So it's very important to keep that in mind.
Thanks. Yeah, we do like we used to see from here, like there's a Safari, there's a Sequel Logistics and all they do, but the charges are that kind of that someone can buy a product from there only with the lab grown ones. So basically, my main motto is to when I see that we help you scale your business overnight. That's the main motto I have been here for.
For one, but I can connect you to a specialized jewelry kind of warehousing which specializes in all this problem that you face.
So actually, we are a 4-year-old company, and we are making luxury beverages.
Luxury
beverages,
Beverages.
drinks, like so very different drinks. So melted chocolate drinks, or similar kind of drinks. So in all the all 3 presentations which I've seen for the US and other part of world. So do you think that beverage has scope across the world from the India, because it is not mentioned everywhere, like apparels, jewelry, and this kind
Have you
of
heard of
products
this
we are
brand
talking.
called Prime?
Yeah, I know, but it is
Well, the point is, look, when you're like, look, for example, look, the brands which जो दिखता है बिकता है becomes easy, right? Like for example, like footwear हो गया, jewelry हो गया, दिखता है बिकता है. So creative becomes very important. For beverage, I think the task is much difficult. So it's very important maybe getting the right influencer, right? Something, but I believe that that's also a market that will work in US, especially like US is such a heavy on soda, all that business.
carbonated
Yeah, carbonated drinks. So, but then the strategy may be very different than like a, or else you can try, right? You can always try and have like a hook which can be like in a way connected to like a consumer hook. It can be like it makes you feel alive, like creative hooks होते हैं, तो आप वो hook करके भी आप बेच सकते हो.
So that this platform can help in
Yeah,
expanding.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Any other questions, guys?
Hello, sir. My question is, which category is best, slow fashion versus fast fashion
I think fast
for
fashion.
international market?
Fast fashion, Shein and all are fast fashion. The only point, like for example, I know that from India, bed sheets and all sell a lot. Apart from what you're saying, but fast fashion is very, very like growing. And also the point with I think, have you guys? I think sportswear आपने देखा ना अभी Google ने बोला. There is a brand called Fabletics. Have you guys heard of Fabletics? Fabletics is a $1 billion brand. You know what they do? They are a subscription-based model. In US, you can actually get people to subscribe. So for example, वो क्या करते हैं, $60 subscription लेते हैं और आपको product 80% discount में देते हैं. And in US, people are so used to putting their card, they often forget. So you can actually build a fast fashion brand using subscription model. That means every month I'll send you something, or every month I'll give you credit that people may not end up using. So you can actually build stuff around it.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I know you. So enjoy your dinner, and like let me know if you have any more questions. We are around, and business dinner, so we are more around. Thank you.